In this video, we'll learn how we can compile and run Java program from Notepad++. Here is the demo. I'm just running a very simple HelloWorld.java in Notepad++, which will compile and just print a hello world to the console. Here is another example in which each word in a string is reversed, and I can run it, which will compile and run Java, and you can see that each sentence or each word in this sentence is reversed. So let's get started. Java is one of the most popular programming languages in the world. It is a high-level programming language that can be used to create apps for Windows, for Macs, Linux, Android. In fact, Java can run on pretty much any platform. So this video is about compiling and running a simple Java program in Notepad++. Now, if you are working on a much larger Java project, I would highly recommend it that you use a dedicated IDE, which is the integrated development environment, such as Eclipse or JetBeans. But if you're learning Java, or if you are working on a small Java project, Notepad++ provide an easy and easy way to do your coding. Now, Notepad++ is a free, open source, lightweight and yet pretty powerful text editor. And so in this video, we will learn how you can compile any Java program, and then we'll also execute a few Java programs. So in order to compile and run Java, first of all, you will need a Java development kit, which is JDK. And you will also need a Java Runtime environment, which is JRE. And so if you're already working with Java, you should have that. But usually it is located under C, Program Files, and under Java folder. I have a Java JDK and JRE installed in this folder. And we'll keep note of this folder because we might need that a little later. But if you don't have Java development kit, you can search on Google for just Java JDK, and the first or second search should show up, and you can click on that. And usually it's in just an Oracle website. You might need to create a free account, but once you create a free account, you can just download the installer and then run just the installer as usual. The most of the defaults should be good. And once you have installed a Java development kit, you should see, most likely it'll be under C, Program Files, and Java, and you will see these two folders. If you have a trouble, please feel free to comment in a comment section, and I'll try to help you troubleshoot that. Alright, so this video assumes that you already have these two folders. Let's go actually inside JDK, and if we go into bin folder, there are a number of executables or exes, and the one that we would be using is java.c and also javac, in fact java.exe I meant, and javac.exe. Javac will be used to compile our Java program, and java.exe will be used to run those. Alright, now that you have a Java installed in your system, let's open Notepad++. I hope that you already have Notepad++ installed. If not, just go to Google and just search for Notepad++, and you should be able to very easily download and install Notepad++. Now, we are going to install a plugin called NPPExec, which is execute commands in Notepad++. And so in order to install plugin, you need to go to plugins and plugins admin. Now, if you just install Notepad++, you may not have this dark mode enabled, and so if you're interested in that, I'm going to link just the dark mode enabling in Notepad++ somewhere in the video, so please check those links. But currently we would like to install a plugin called NPPExec. Alright, and as you type, you will see that it will narrow it down right here. You can see, if you click on it, you can even read about this plugin, and if you are interested, you can go to the GitHub page and read more about it. So I'm going to select this and going to click install, and usually it asks you to restart Notepad++ to install this plugin. So I'll say yes. Alright, so now that I have NPPExec plugin installed, I can actually look at that by going to plugins and NPPExec, and you can see all the options right here. Alright, so we are going to add a script. It's just a 4-line long script which will help us compile and run Java program. So let's go back to plugins and go to NPPExec and click execute. Alright, so I have just copied and pasted these 4 lines that we are going to execute. Anything that starts with these double slash is a comment, and so Notepad++ is going to ignore that. And so let's go through each line and learn what exactly it's doing. Now I'm also going to put this into the description below in the video so that you can copy and paste. You may have to make some changes, but you can at least look at these and just copy into your computer. Alright, so the very first command that we are going to use is npp_save. Now you don't really need this, but it actually helps you when you are making changes to your Java program, and when you compile and run your Java, sometimes you forget to save, and so npp_save is going to save it for you. It'll going to save the current program if it is not saved, and so it just helps you to save one step. You don't really need that, but it is handy. As you develop a program, you will know what I'm saying. As you make minor changes, it'll always save it before it execute, so that the changes that you have made are already in the program. The next command it's going to use is changing the directory. So cd and then this is just an environment that Notepad++ use, which is a current directory, and so it's going to change the directory of the execution to the current directory of wherever this Java program is located. And so that's what it does. The next one is going to compile our Java program. And so in order to compile, we are going to use Java C.exe. Now if you remember, we just saw that under C program files, Java, your JDK version, and under bin folder. Now if you have a different version of JDK, then make sure that you just go there, you copy your path, and then come back here, and then make sure that you update it here. And so you need a correct path to java.c in order to compile our Java program. And then the next part is just a space with a file name, and so file name will be HelloWorld.java. And so basically we are passing an argument of a file name to Java C.exe. So that is going to compile this Java class for us. And then the final line is the execution. So it's going to execute or run a Java program. And again, in order to run, we need a Java exe. You can just use java.exe, but it is more safer to specify the full path. And so here, right here, you can see the full path of java.exe, which was right here, right? And so it's going to use that. And we are using a flag called -cp right here. And if you go online and search for that, it's basically shows or gives the path of or directory of the classes, Java classes. And so -cp will give this Java exe the path of all the classes, and then that's why we are specifying where it is located, which is our current working directory. So again, -cp space and then the current directory of this file, and then the final part is a name part, which basically strips down the extension. And so in our case, our name of the Java program is HelloWorld.java. The name part is another environment variable for Notepad++, which actually removes the extension from the file name. And so all it's going to do is use this or call this java.exe. It is going to use this flag to find the current directory, and then it is going to pass hello world without .java extension. And so these are the 4 commands or script that we are going to use in order to compile and execute Java program. So before I run it, I'm going to save this. Sorry that I already have one script saved. So I'm going to give a different name this time. So I'm going to click save, and let's give a name, run Java program. Okay, and so that is the name of our script that we are going to execute. I'm going to click save, and the moment I click OK, I have this HelloWorld.java, which is a very simple Java program. All it does is actually prints out hello world and this another line into the console or onto the console. And so once I click OK, you will see that it will actually compile and it will run this program. So let's click OK. And right here you can see that it just executed that program. You can see that print out of these hello world and this line right here. This is, by the way, console window. If you close it, when you compile and run, it will show up. So if I go back to plugins, NPPExec, click execute and click OK, you can see that console window is showing up. Alright, so we have done our very first Java program execution in Notepad++. But before you guys move on, actually we can do better. We can make some more changes that will help to compile and run this Java program. Now before we continue, let me just quickly show my channel page. I post new videos about Notepad++ to make you a better programmer, and I have a number of playlists about learning Notepad++, and so make sure that you check out my channel page, and if you like the content, please click on the subscribe button. Alright, let's continue. So let's go back to plugins again, go to NPPExec, and this time I'm going to go to advanced option. Alright, under NPPExec advanced option, and I'm going to just ignore the one that I'm going to give a name to the menu item. All I'm trying to do here is creating a new menu item which we can use later. So I'm going to call, as we call the name, run Java program, and then we have to associate the script that we just created. So I'm going to click on here, and if you remember, we just gave our script name run Java program. Please ignore that this one I created in previous attempt and I should have deleted it, but that's okay. So run Java program. In fact, both of them will work. And I'm going to click add, and as I added this, it is going to create a menu item under NPPExec. So you will see what I'm saying. Let's click OK. And yeah, because we are adding a new menu item, it needs to be restarted. So I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to restart Notepad++. Alright, so let's go to plugin again and NPPExec, and actually right here you can see run Java program. There is a menu item. So if you have a number of other execution commands, or if you want to make sure that you don't forget about this, you can create this menu item, and that will allow you to run Java program. You can also run it from execute command, but it's good to have its own separate menu item. Alright, so let's try. I'm going to click run Java program, and as you can see, it just compiled and ran this simple Java program. Now let me open another Java program, because Hello World is a pretty simple one. So let's go back to this one, and in this particular program, actually it takes a sentence or a string and it reverses each word of this string. Now it doesn't reverse the entire string, but just each word of this string. So what do I mean by that? So here are 3 examples that I'm going to test, and so you can see that there is this sentence, and the program is going to reverse this word, and each of these individual words. I'm also going to test with this particular string, and then at last I have added few words that are identical when you reverse it, and so that will also be a good test. As you can see, each of these, when you reverse these words, will be the same. So let's test this out. I'm going to compile and run this example.java program using the new menu item we created. So go to plugin, NPPExec, and run Java program, and as you can see, it just executed this program and the program actually prints the original string first, and then it'll print the string that has been reversed by each of its words. And so you can see that, and then this is the second test that we are doing, and then the last one was the one where both reverse and the original words were identical. Alright, so this means that our Java program is compiling and running in Notepad++. So that's about it for this video. I hope you learned something new. Notepad++ is a great tool to do a quick development, and so make sure that you use that. And if you have a question or comment, or if there's something doesn't work, feel free to just add that in a comment section, and I'll try to respond as soon as possible. But if you like this video, please click on the like button, and if you like this content, please check out my channel. I post new videos about Notepad++, HTML, and many other different programming language. And so if you like the content, please subscribe to my channel. Alright, thank you very much. Bye.